Anytime.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Ruby Menon and I will be presenting the WorkNet Care Project. We are a social enterprise for artists in prison. Our team is comprised of myself and the WorkNet Executive Director, in full disclosure, he is also my husband, and Hōkū Kai, who is our resident artist and also the Care Project art instructor. The CARE Project's main objective is to help incarcerated artists sell their artwork so that they can earn money for their transition back to our communities and also gain recognition for their artwork. Hawaii, as the rest of the nation, has a huge incarceration problem, and we also have a dismal recidivism rate of 50.5%. That's a taxpayer cost of $74 million a year. For Native Hawaiians, the picture is even bleaker because Native Hawaiians represent 30% of our total inmate population. WorkNet since 2000 has been providing reentry services that have proven effective in reducing recidivism. And in fact, WorkNet's average recidivism rate for those clients that we served year over year has been 23% compared to the state's 50.5%. And these are the reentry services that we provide. So as we've been working in the prison, actually Chaz started to observe that there's a wealth of artistic talent that is locked up in our prisons. And so one day at the kitchen table, we were wondering and asking ourselves, how can we help these incarcerated artists sell their artwork so they could gain recognition and earn some money for their transition? And that question gave birth to the CARE Project. The art that you're seeing in front of you was created by our resident artist, Hōkū Kai, who also was one of the first artists that we recruited into the project. So for phase one, we've already launched the project at the women's prison in Kailua. For phase two, we want to combine technology and art to use it as a vehicle to be able to raise awareness and shift people's perceptions about people in prison. The technology that we want to use is augmented reality. Now, if any of you have ever played Pokemon Go, you've had an experience with augmented reality. Using art as a vehicle came to us as we started to observe people's interaction with inmate art. There was a noticeable shift in their perceptions about people in prison. Instead of seeing someone that should be locked up and discarded by society, they began to see a talented artist who was worthy of a second chance. With AR technology, we want to grab that moment. We want to amplify that. And we want to seize that empathy, that shift in perception by using the technology. So imagine if you were to point your mobile device that is AR enabled at Moe's tribal whale. You might see some movement happening in the drawing. You might see the whale emerging in 3D. You could tap on an icon that would launch a video that would show Moe telling you his personal story and what inspired his art. And with AR technology, we want to create those wow moment experiences for art lovers. By bringing art to life, you bring a multi-sensory experience for anyone who is interested in this artwork. AR technology is also poised for explosive growth. As more and more of our mobile phones are AR enabled, this will increase user adoption, and we want to position ourselves to leverage this technology so that we can further our mission. So what's our vision for impact? We want to scale CARE so that more artists in prison across the United States might be able to sell their artwork. We also want to integrate the AR technology with art to continue to create those wow moment experiences, reach a broader audience, and shift those perceptions. And continue our work to reduce recidivism by bundling the CARE project supported by WorkNet reentry services. To implement the technology, we need to hire or find 14 members that are AR developer, 3D designer, videographer, and a product manager, probably myself, at a budget of $63,000. By combining augmented reality with art, we're bringing art to life, and we'll create those wow moment storytelling and inmate art experiences for the general public with the goal of raising awareness and shifting those perceptions about people in prison. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby, for your presentation. I just have a quick question. Can you share what the process is, or if there's an opportunity, or how the incarcerated prisoners also get to learn the technology? Or are they only doing art? Are they going to be learning AR as well?
That is problematic because, especially in Hawaii's prisons, they do not allow any type of advanced technology. One of the things that we're finding is that a lot of our inmates come out of prison with absolutely no tech skills whatsoever. And so they don't even have internet access. What we're hoping, though, is that once they come out of prison and are in the community, because they can continue to work with us since we have WorkNet as our conduit, that if there is an interest, we could start to teach them the AR technology. But right now, we would be the ones that would be enabling that for them. And then that way they can just focus on their art, because a lot of them are afraid of technology. So they can focus on their art, but then we can take that and then render it through the AR platform.
Yeah, really good presentation. You think about, like, how do you guys sort of recruit that talent within the prison? Is there a class that you guys are kind of taking these people from, or like, what does that type of entry process look like?
Yeah. So right now, as I said, that we have the project. It's been at the women's prison. So people actually apply for the class, and then they, come in. They do their artwork. We have the class twice a week for two hours, and they start to, produce different artwork. Mo works with them right now. He's working with them on creating boxes that are made out of rolled up newspaper, and they're going to be like keepsake types of boxes that we can sell for them. They do all kinds of sketching and different things that can be imported into cards or matted prints and different things like that. When we scale, what we'd like to do is probably create a contest, an art contest, and have people submit their work, and then start to look at what artists we can work with so that we can help them sell their artwork as well.
Awesome. And as a quick follow-up, short of the AR, where is this work like currently being displayed, and what's that kind of reaction been like?
Well, actually, one of the places at Miley's Gallery, Mo has had his cards on consignment there for a couple of years, I think.
Yep.
And he gets a quarterly check on, the cards are sold on consignment. Anytime the cards sell, he gets a check, a commission check. So we would like to partner with more galleries. We'd like to do pop-up events. That would be like a food, music, and art experience. Because the bottom line is our goal is to reduce recidivism, and in order to do that, we have to find a lot of different routes for that. Not only the reentry work that we're doing, but we have to elevate the awareness of the public, and we feel that art is a wonderful vehicle in order to be able to do that. So we kind of backdoor the topic. We don't in-your-face it, we go like, okay, look at this beautiful artwork. I mean, there's a lot of talent in these prisons. Why are we locking this up? Why not show that to the community so that they have a showcase for their artwork and their talent, and hopefully change and shift those perceptions.
Yeah, this is a great project, and I'm wondering in terms of the artists, and I'm sure you have a broad swath of types of people that are interested in some sort of art, but just clarifying, is it multimedia? Is there maybe like a performance art aspect, or is there a certain theme to these classes is there a certain story that they're wanting to tell? I guess I'm wondering what sort of different avenues, as you look for a diverse way to communicate these things, do you find other dimensions within the art that you can kind of build off of?
Actually, that's a great recommendation. Right now, we have a lot of limitations while we're in the prison. So right now, really, we're only working on pen and pencil sketches. We've also taught the women how to do quilling. I don't know if you're familiar with that, with the little rolled coils, and they've made beautiful cards and different types of art projects that we've been able to sell. They've also started doing some crochet projects, so we're kind of experimenting with a lot of different things. But, as this grows, I'm hoping that we can look into performance art or some other mediums that we can experiment with to get our message across.
Got time for one more.
What's the current funding source for the CARE project?
Right now, we're being subsidized through grants, and we have a GIA grant with the city and county. We've been funded by the Women's Fund, Women's Fund, through Flex Grant. And then we have, some sales from the artwork as well. I mean, obviously not enough to keep the lights on, but it's something, at the minimum, what's unique about this project is that we have been able to partner with the prison so that when the artist sells something, we can actually put the money on their books so that they can have some money to work with. Because I don't know if people realize, but on their work lines, they're only making 25 cents an hour. So if they can sell a card for $5, that's a big deal for them. So we've already been doing that now. We've got that system down, and hopefully we can replicate that with the other prisons as we're working with them.
Thank you so much, Ruby.
Thank you.